If you've ever wondered what kinds of cars billionaires have in their garage, you're in for a treat. Forget the usual, we're talking car collections that look like they could double as small countries' GDPs. Take Kim Kardashian's Lamborghini Urus for instance, completely wrapped in fur and costing her a cool $400,000. Now that's a car you can't miss. These billionaires have it all. From exclusive one-of-a-kind rides to real-life James Bond cars, these collections are as extra as the people who own them. So buckle up and let's see who's parking as we explore these billionaires' most expensive cars. By the way, if you like videos like this and would love to see more like it, then go ahead and give us a like and subscribe below. Now back to the video. Let's start with the queens of luxury and drama themselves, the Kardashians. Particularly the eldest daughter of the clan. Oh, wait, not Kourtney. The other one, Kim Kardashian.
I'm Kim Kardashian West. I'm a mother, millionaire, law student, and billionaire.
Kim's car collection is as extra as you'd expect. I mean, she did not build an empire to run around in something that looks like it's from the dollar store. Sure, she owns the usual dream cars like the new Cybertruck and a Ferrari 458 Italia, but she's also got not one, not two, but 3 different Lambos. The Huracan, Aventador, and the Urus. But the real Kardashian twist? One of her Urus SUVs is completely wrapped in fur. Why? Because she can. And then there's her sister Kylie Jenner, whose garage would make any car collector green with envy. Kylie didn't just step it up, she took the game to a whole new level. The cheapest car in her collection is a $300,000 pink Rolls Royce, and that's the only pink car she has. She also hopped on the Urus bandwagon, getting one in a bright orange that cost her a cool $440,000.
The post was captioned, quote, "Can't believe she's mine." And to be honest, we kind of can't believe it either. Why? Well, because only 500 of that particular model were ever manufactured in the first place.
She also received a LaFerrari as a push present from Travis Scott after she gave birth to Stormi. Because why get flowers when you can get a $1.4 million Ferrari? And that's not even her most expensive ride. She also owns a $3 million Bugatti Chiron. And of course, we're not forgetting the time she and her sister bought matching Ferraris. But Kendall is not yet a billionaire, so moving on. Now let's talk about the biggest couples in Hollywood, the Carters. Jay-Z and Beyonce don't just have cars, they have legends on wheels. Like the Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. So exclusive, it cost them a jaw-dropping $28 million. But the Carters don't stop at just one showpiece. They also own an $8 million Maybach Accelero, which Jay-Z even name-dropped in his song Lost One, because if you're dropping millions on a car, a lyrical shout-out is the least you can do. Then there's their Pagani Zonda F, which is valued at $1.4 million, a Ferrari F430 Spider, plus a $1 million Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Oh, and let's not forget the $2 million Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Beyonce gifted to Jay-Z. Because the Carters don't just go big, they go Beyonce big. And then we check in with Jeff Bezos, the man who built Amazon and got us all hooked on one-click shopping. Bezos has often been seen as a humble billionaire because he used to cruise around in a humble Honda Accord, the same one from his early billionaire days in the 90s.
Because I've got a follow-up question.
Okay.
What's with the Honda?
This is a perfectly good car.
In fact, for a long time, it was a gotcha moment or lesson in humility. Maybe the lesson was that if you're hoping to unlock the secrets to his fortune, maybe start by downgrading to a used Honda. But the Amazon founder didn't stick with humble forever. These days, his collection includes some of the rarest machines on Earth. Among them is a $4.8 million Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita, sparkly with real diamonds. But that's not even his top ticket item. He also owns a $10 million Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. So much for humility and a casual Honda. Now, if there's a billionaire known for frugality, it's Warren Buffett. The man might be worth billions, but his car collection isn't exactly what you'd expect for a guy who could buy any car on the planet. He drives a Cadillac XTS, which is valued at around $45,000. That's right, Warren's frugality is legendary. I mean, the guy never saw the need to trade up from a single-family home he bought in 1958 for $31,000. Guess when you're that rich, you don't need to show it off. On the other side of the spectrum, meet Bernard Arnault, the luxury kingpin behind brands like Louis Vuitton and Moet. Arnault's garage is as extravagant as his empire, with rides like a $2.5 million Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse, a $2.4 million Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, and a vintage Bugatti EB110 Super Sport worth about $3.1 million. Oh, and let's not forget his Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren Sterling Moss, Ferraris, and Aston Martins. He's living the Lux life to the max, because apparently subtlety isn't in his dictionary. Now that we're in the world of the top 1% of billionaires, we got to see what's parked in Zuckerberg's garage. The PR behind portraying Mark as a humble billionaire has been on override. Forget the modest Honda and the $30,000 Acura TSX you've been seeing in the news. The man secretly owns a $2 million Pagani Huayra, a beast of an Italian supercar with a twin turbocharged V12 engine. It's the kind of car you'd expect to see Bruce Wayne driving, except instead of fighting crime, Zuckerberg is probably just cruising to his next virtual reality meeting. And then there's Elon Musk, who might just be an alien who wants to take us away from our planet. But about his cars. Naturally, he owns all the Teslas and even a McLaren F1, but that's not really what got us at the edge of our seat. He actually owns a car that can turn into a submarine. Yup, some couple found the Lotus Esprit from the Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me abandoned in a storage unit, and Elon shelled out $1 million to snag it. Must be something. Then there's the businessman turned president Donald Trump. Trump's car collection has been in the headlines long before he became the commander-in-chief. His garage has everything from a 1956 Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud to a $500,000 Lamborghini Diablo. There's also a 2010 Rolls-Royce Phantom and a custom-built 1988 Cadillac Trump Golden Series limo. But these days, he rides in the presidential limo, a $1.5 million luxury tank, complete with gold trim and enough leather to upholster a Trump Tower suite. This isn't just any limo though, it's got a Bond-level array of weapons and defense mechanisms. You touch the door handle, zap, you're electrocuted. Try chasing it? The limo can spit out oil slicks and smoke screens like something out of Spy Kids. With taxpayers footing the bill, it's no surprise this limo even has its own jet. Yeah, his limo gets flown around like it's some kind of VIP diva. But hey, that's the perks of being a former president. While Mark Cuban and Donald Trump never see eye to eye most of the time, they actually have similar tastes when it comes to their cars. But more of that in a second. Remember when Mark bought the domain democracy.com so that it wouldn't be used by someone with a political agenda? Epic. Alright, back to the cars. He owns a Mercedes Pullman Guard, a $1.6 million armored limousine designed for the rich and paranoid. When you're the owner of an NBA team, I guess you need something bulletproof, right? And now that we're in the NBA territory, let's take a look at what is parking in the garages of the two athletes that changed basketball as we know it. Let's start with Michael Jordan. The actual Air Jordan takes the cake. Not only did Nike design the Air Jordan 6s after his Porsche 930 Turbo, but he's also got a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir worth $2.2 million and a Hennessy Venom F5 that cost $3.5 million. Speaking of designing shoes after cars, LeBron James got something similar as well. Sure, he's got a couple of Ferraris, the 458 Italia Spider and the 599 GTO, but the spotlight today is on his custom $670,000 Lamborghini Aventador Roadster. It's not just any Lambo either, it's painted to match his custom Nike shoes. Now that's a flex I want to get on top of too. Let's not forget the other GOATs, Messi and Ronaldo. Granted, they're not yet billionaires, but they deserve a mention here. First off, it's no surprise that these two rivals don't just battle it out on the field, they've also turned the race for the ultimate garage into their own personal Champions League. Ronaldo's car lineup is practically a showroom of everything fast, sleek, and completely over the top. We're talking Bugattis, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. He even went so far as to pick up a $9 million Bugatti 110, one of only 10 in the world. That's right, he could probably buy a small island with that money, but nope, he wanted a car. Why? Maybe he figured that if he was going to beat Messi at something, it might as well be in horsepower per dollar. Now, Messi isn't exactly skimping on his wheels either. He owns a 1957 Ferrari 335S Spider Scaglietti, a car so rare that it's probably on first-name terms with the Mona Lisa. Rumor has it he outbid Ronaldo for it at an auction with a whopping $36 million. That's right, Messi could buy a fleet of Lambos, but he went for vintage flair. This thing looks like it could star in a Bond movie, and it's older than both Messi and Ronaldo. Now, back to billionaires proper, like Oprah, queen of daytime TV. She's got a Cadillac Escalade and a Tesla, but her pride and joy, a 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, a ride that could fetch up to $1 million today. Rounding up the list is Bill Gates. Once the richest man in the world, Bill Gates may have slipped down the list, but don't worry, he's still doing just fine. Gates has a Porsche 959 in his collection, which he famously couldn't drive for years due to import laws. The car was stuck in customs limbo until he got it released thanks to a legal loophole. Now that's what we call dedication to your wheels.